A feud forged in fire and ice, spanning realms, timelines, and generations. That's right, we're talking about the eternal battle between Scorpion and Sub-Zero. This isn't just a simple case of good versus evil. It's a complex, tragic story of two warriors bound by fate, vengeance, and a surprising path to an uneasy alliance. So grab your popcorn, because we're about to break down the most epic fights between these two legendary ninjas. To truly understand the weight of their clashes, we have to go back to the very beginning. The original story is one of pure, raw vengeance. Hanzo Hasashi, a master ninja of the Shirai Ryu clan, is a family man. He has a wife, he has a son, and he has a sworn enemy, the Lin Kuei clan. One day, on a mission assigned by the sorcerer Quan Chi, he's ruthlessly killed by the original Sub-Zero, Bi-Han. But the tragedy doesn't end there. Upon his death, Hanzo's entire clan, including his beloved family, is annihilated. He's reborn in the Netherrealm as the fiery specter of vengeance, Scorpion, believing Sub-Zero is responsible for all of it. His one and only purpose: to kill the man who took everything from him. This brings us to their first major confrontation in the original Mortal Kombat tournament. Imagine the scene. The mystical setting of Shang Tsung's island, fighters from across the realms gathered to decide Earthrealm's fate. But for Scorpion, none of that matters. He only has eyes for one person. When he finally confronts Bi-Han, it's not just a fight, it's an execution, fueled by Netherrealm hellfire and an unquenchable thirst for revenge. Scorpion utters his iconic line, "Get over here," and drags Sub-Zero to his doom. He ends Bi-Han's life, finally avenging his family and clan, or so he thinks. This single act of vengeance sets off a chain reaction that will echo through the ages. With Bi-Han gone, his younger brother, Kuai Liang, takes up the mantle of Sub-Zero. This is the Sub-Zero most of us know and love today. He's more honorable, more measured, and he enters the second Mortal Kombat tournament to restore the tarnished honor of his clan and discover the truth about his brother's death. When Scorpion sees this new Sub-Zero, he immediately assumes it's his old nemesis returned from the dead. The rage reignites, and they clash once more. But this time, something is different. Scorpion notices that this Sub-Zero shows mercy to his opponents, something the ruthless Bi-Han would never do. He realizes this is not the man he killed. In a rare moment of clarity, Scorpion chooses to spare Kuai Liang, vowing to protect him as a form of penance for killing his brother. This is a massive turning point. The rivalry shifts from pure hatred to a complicated, almost protective relationship. But of course, peace is never that simple in the Mortal Kombat universe. The master manipulator behind this entire tragedy, the sorcerer Quan Chi, couldn't let this newfound understanding last. In Mortal Kombat 4, he reveals the devastating truth. He shows Scorpion a vision of the past, confirming that it was Quan Chi himself, disguised as Sub-Zero, who orchestrated the massacre of the Shirai Ryu and Hanzo's family. The sorcerer had played both sides, using their hatred to his own advantage. All the years of Scorpion's rage, his single-minded quest for vengeance against Sub-Zero, it was all built on a lie. Enraged by this deception, Scorpion attempts to take Quan Chi down with him into the Netherrealm, but the sorcerer escapes, leaving Scorpion trapped and his quest for true vengeance unfulfilled. This revelation completely redefines the dynamic. Scorpion's anger is now redirected at its true source, Quan Chi. Sub-Zero, for his part, embarks on a mission to reform the Lin Kuei, transforming it from a clan of assassins into a force for good, defending Earthrealm. The two warriors, once sworn enemies, now have a common foe. This leads to some incredible moments in later games, like in Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, where they have a brutal fight in the dungeons of Shang Tsung's palace. Sub-Zero actually defeats Scorpion, but before he can finish him, he's attacked by Quan Chi's Oni demons. The old hatred is still there, simmering beneath the surface, but the lines are becoming increasingly blurred. The timeline reset in Mortal Kombat 9 takes us back to the beginning, retelling the original story, but with new twists. We once again witness Scorpion's tragic origins and his burning desire for revenge. The fight at the tournament happens again, and Scorpion once again kills Bihan. But this time we see the consequences more directly. Bihan is resurrected by Quan Chi as the shadowy wraith Noob Saibot, a corrupted version of his former self. Kuai Liang becomes Sub-Zero and confronts Scorpion, but the cycle of misunderstanding and manipulated hatred continues, all orchestrated by Quan Chi. Both Scorpion and the new Sub-Zero are eventually killed and resurrected as revenants, undead warriors forced to serve Quan Chi in the Netherrealm. They are now brothers in damnation, fighting side by side against their will. The real turning point, the moment fans had been waiting for decades, finally arrives in Mortal Kombat X. After being freed from Quan Chi's control and restored to life, Scorpion, now Hanzo Hasashi again, is approached by Sub-Zero. Kuai Liang, now the Grandmaster of the reformed Lin Kuei, has proof. He shows Hanzo a captured Lin Kuei member's memory, which reveals without a doubt that Quan Chi was the one who murdered his family. It's a powerful, somber moment. Sub-Zero extends an offer of peace. He doesn't ask for forgiveness, but for a truce, to end the cycle of violence that a sorcerer started. The two legendary rivals sit down for tea. It's an almost surreal scene. After decades of bloodshed, they finally find common ground, not as enemies, but as men who were both manipulated and have suffered immense loss. This truce transforms them into one of the most powerful alliances in the Mortal Kombat universe. They are no longer just Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They are Hanzo Hasashi and Kuai Liang. In the Mortal Kombat X story mode, when the Special Forces capture Quan Chi, Hanzo arrives, his rage at its peak. Despite pleas from everyone to wait, to not let his personal vendetta jeopardize the fate of their friends, Hanzo cannot be stopped. He finally gets his true revenge, decapitating Quan Chi, but his timing couldn't be worse. In doing so, he allows the fallen elder god Shinnok to be freed. It's a tragic moment that shows, even with the truth, the scars of his past run deep, and his quest for vengeance, while justified, comes at a great cost. Then we come to Mortal Kombat 11 and its aftermath expansion, where their alliance is truly tested. They fight side by side to defend Earthrealm against the time-bending Titan, Kronika. We see them coordinating their attacks, fire and ice, working in perfect harmony. One of the standout moments is their joint chapter in the story mode, where they infiltrate the Black Dragon S factory and later face off against the Cyber Lin Kuei and their own corrupted past selves. Seeing Scorpion and Sub-Zero back-to-back, fighting as a cohesive unit, is pure fan service in the best possible way. It's the culmination of their entire journey, from bitter enemies to trusted allies. The respect between them is palpable. They've moved past their dark history to forge a new legacy built on honor and mutual protection. From a fiery specter of vengeance to a restored clan leader, and from a ruthless assassin to a noble grandmaster, the journey of Scorpion and Sub-Zero is one of the most compelling narratives in gaming. Their epic fights weren't just about special moves and fatalities, they were about the evolution of their characters. It's a story about how hatred, when manipulated, can destroy lives, but also how understanding and truth can pave the way for redemption and an unbreakable bond. They started as pawns in a sorcerer's game and ended as two of Earthrealm's greatest champions, standing together against the forces of darkness. Their rivalry will forever be legendary, not just for the fire and ice, but for the powerful human story at its core. What's your favorite Scorpion and Sub-Zero moment? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this incredible rivalry. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, Make sure to hit that like button and definitely subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.